What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Happy March. Another month, another beautiful month. Tuesday, March the 1st, 2022. Closed out February last night on a high note. Wasn't as many units as we wanted to make, but hey, profit is profit. We were already up so many units for the month. Looks like we may have very well surpassed what we did in January, which was an incredible month. Obviously, I know without even looking at the detailed numbers that were sent to me earlier, which I will review, get everything ready for a full month recap on our next video. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have enough time to sit down and do a little bit longer video that will give you all of that information, you know, what the record was for the month, as if that really even matters. The main thing that matters is the ROI, the profit and loss, how many units were made, you know, overall. And we break it down into how many units were made per sport, obviously, as well, for those that are, you know, that care about that. Most people, because most of the clients get all sports instead of just one individual, they care about what the overall, you know, profit and loss is. But NHL by far took the cake in February, with not just, you know, premium and daily top plays being incredible to say the least, but for, you know, all of the games of the week cashing, the game of the month cashing, the game of the year cashing in February as well. So last night we only had one play in the NHL, and it was a top play, which was a follow-up to Sunday's double top play day, both of which were in the NHL, that both cashed. And then we picked up last night Toronto going out there. We went over 5.5 goals in that game. Easy winner, no sweat, never in doubt. And then tonight we follow it up with another double top play night again. One in the NHL, one in NCAA basketball that is a March Madness game. Now, just like I said on video the other day, telling you about March Madness stuff, every year we have a March Madness package that will give you every premium and daily top play from the start of the conference tournaments all the way through the main NCAA tournament, the NIT tournament, all that, until a national champion has been crowned. So all the way until the very end. Now, in doing that, we always usually run it for $299, and it does not include games of the week, games of the month, and or if there were to be a game of the year in there that rates out high enough. And the reason that these are usually more special than what your typical regular season stuff would be is because for all of those people that have been betting, you know, college basketball throughout the regular season, whether they're a season pass holder for college basketball or whether they're an all-access member, so they get all sports, but they've been wagering on all the stuff since the beginning, their bankroll has grown such a significant margin that once the postseason kicks off, the March Madness plays, I only release stuff that rates out higher than what, you know, we would normally rate, and we actually up the ante as well. So premium plays will actually rate out a little bit higher than a standard premium play, meaning that if you wanted to go 1.5 units to 2 units versus just the standard one, you can. Daily top plays. If a daily top play is released, that means that it actually rated out to be a game of the week level play, and instead of 3 units, we'll go 5 units. If we have a game of the week, that means that it rated out to be at least a game of the month, and instead of 5 units, we'll go 7 units. And if there is a game of the month that we release throughout March or April, or the beginning of April before it ends, it means that it's a 10-unit play and it rated out what a normal game of the year would rate. Because these games, while there won't be as many releases as a standard month, because we put this type of criteria on it, this is where the odd makers fall asleep on games that they shouldn't. They'll focus on these 1, 2, 3 games a night, put all the emphasis on that, make sure that the line is rock solid and on point, and then there's games that they don't put as much into where you find that edge, or they don't really look at it all and just say, all right, these teams average X per game, here's going to be your total, this is going to be your line, and that's it. And we get to absolutely trounce the books in that way. And it's because the odds makers leave the door wide open for people that really know what they're doing. So all of my investors and traders out there, it's time to get comfortable, because these next 5 to 6 weeks to close out college basketball are going to be something that if you've never done it before, you're never going to forget. And for those that have done it before, you know the storm that's coming, and you know what we're getting ready to do, and you are excited. So March Madness is starting tonight with some of your lower tier conferences, you know, Big Sky, Big Sun, MAC, all that stuff. And then next week, a week from tonight, tonight is when the big boys start their conference tournaments, your SEC, ACC, Big Ten, all that stuff. So we've still got 1 week of regular basketball left in the big conferences, which we do have plays in. And then we have, you know, all of the postseason action beginning tonight, going through the week and the weekend, and then this time next week we will have rounded out a couple of conference championships for the lower tier conferences, and then we'll be getting onto the big boy stuff. And it literally, that's 100 miles an hour from next Tuesday all the way until there's a national champion crowned, and it's a big deal. So usually it's $2.99 for that package, and it doesn't include the games of the week, month, or year. But right now we're going to do that for $1.99. Cheapest that we've ever done it. You get every premium and daily top play from right now when you purchase it until there's a national champion crown, no questions asked. And then if you would like an all-access membership just for this, I have never offered an all-access pass for one sport for any short period of time. But I'm going to do it for the normal price of $2.99, which we usually charge just for the premium and daily top plays. You can get the entire March Madness all-access pass, get every premium play, daily top play, game of the week, game of the month, game of everything, every single play, and you don't have to pay extra for those big releases, only $299. That will be available, well, both of them really will only be available this week, but the all-access pass is only going to be available from now until Friday. Then that's going to come down, and then come Sunday night, well, come lunchtime Monday, 5 o'clock Monday, so at some point Monday afternoon, is when the March Madness, the standard March Madness package will also come down. And if you're not on it, you can't get on it. So make sure it's on the website now. As soon as you buy it, you get instant access to it. There's plays that you can wager tonight and start making money the very same day. Make your money back the same day and start turning profit from here going forward. And you've got the next 5 weeks in your back pocket to make as much money as you want to make. And then also MLB will be starting before we know it. Obviously, the NBA is still rocking and rolling. NHL is kicking ass and taking names like I've never seen before. I mean, even though we are the best in the business when it comes to NHL, and there's no doubt that I am the MLB king, and nobody even comes close to matching me on a bad day, NHL this year is just, we may very well set a personal record this year for NHL for the entire season. And you know, that's saying a lot. For people that have been with us before and know the numbers we do in the NHL season long throughout the postseason and all that, to be able to look now and say that not only is it possible, but it's likely, man, it's saying something. So if you're not on it, you can get the remainder of NHL, which is, you know, right now through the Stanley Cup Finals until there's a champion crowned, every premium play, every daily top play, you can do that for $299. It's on the website. Go get it. If you have any questions, DM me on Twitter, reach out, do something, just we'll take care of you. And then also, we told you we were having trouble with the DMs on Twitter. We've gotten all that resolved, as we told you. We've gone through and sifted through almost 300 messages that got sent for people wanting to enter to get one of the 10 spots to get the full MLB season for $4.99. That was the big surprise that we had after Carolina beat Virginia Tech. So, but then we had that problem. So all these people were DMing in wanting a spot, and we didn't even see them coming in until days later when Twitter finally fixed the issue. Well, now that we've got it fixed and we've gone through and sifted through every one of them, and then we've gone back and confirmed timestamps as to who sent what when so that we could confirm who the first 10 were. We now have that. Between now and 5 p.m. tomorrow, be on the lookout in your inbox on Twitter for a DM to see if you were one of the first 10. Now, if you were not, and you do not receive one, don't worry, your hope is not dead. Because then what we are going to do is take every other, if one of these 10 people or all of these 10 people, whether it's one spot or 8 out of the 10, doesn't matter. If they don't respond within the granted time given, which is going to be probably 12 hours max, maybe 24, I don't know how they set that up. But if they don't respond and claim their spot, then every single person that entered to get one of these spots that wasn't one of the first 10, names are going in a pool, random name generator is going to make however many selections we need to, and it's going to give it to one person at random draw, and that could be you. And so if you entered, your hope is not dead either way. You'll know before the end of the week whether or not you're getting one of the spots. But know that if you are going to have limited time to claim it, get on board, get your purchase made, or else it will be offered to someone else, and the chance is gone. Because we know that there could be somebody not claim this, and they could have just been blowing smoke and enter for no reason. if you have not entered, you can still enter. Because if somebody doesn't claim their spot, we're going to go and look, and every single person that has entered back, whether it was a week ago or 5 minutes from now, their name's going to get thrown into that pool, and they could be one of the names drawn. So remember, go to Twitter, DM me. Twitter information is in the description, @PicksChase. You'll see it. Copy it, paste it into Twitter. Come find me, follow me, and then send me a DM that says, hey, I want the MLB full season for $499, and then we will know that you're one of the people that entering. If you have an account with ChaseWins.com already, you've purchased stuff before, go ahead in that same body, put your username in there so we can find you. That way we know that if you are a member and you get chosen, we know to notate your account as to when it needs to be purchased, that we've reached out to you. That way there can be a paper trail throughout the company. Everybody can see it, and they're not having to question whether or not somebody's been reached out to. They'll be able to see that, XYZ person reached out at this time, and they notated your account for the site. So take care of that. Again, a little over a unit of profit yesterday, picking up a top play in the NHL in the over 5.5 goals. Toronto Maple Leafs just crushed it again. And we got a big day today. It's 5-unit daily top play going 8 p.m. tonight in college basketball. We've got a 7:05 p.m. or 7:35 p.m., whichever that starts, top play going in the NHL. Big NHL card, big college basketball card, a lot of March Madness action to get that finally kicked off. And then NBA, I'm still working on. I got 2 plays that I like, but I still want some confirmation and information before I pull the trigger on those to see whether they're going to be premium plays, possibly daily top plays, or maybe I release them to the YouTube members as, very strong, leans, depending on what information I gather or receive over the next hour to hour and a half. So give you a couple of free plays tonight. 9 p.m. college basketball, a game that when you look at it on paper and for what they've done throughout the entire season, teams like Houston and Cincinnati, I like Houston tonight. I'm not going to tell you how much I like them, but I do like Houston. I know a lot of you may already be betting Houston, and I don't think that's a bad bet, not in the least. Just make sure that you're not paying too much. Make sure that it's not an overinflated line, because I've seen some as high as 18.5 out there for some of these smaller offshore books. They're raping their customers there. I mean, that line is so far gone from what reality is, from what accredited books in Vegas and offshore have, that they're in a world of their own. And 18.5, you're overpaying, and that could be the reason that it bites you and you lose a game that you should have very well won because you made the right pick. But the pick I'm going to give you in that game, if you actually look at the numbers and break them down, you would come up with a projected total of about 127, 128, and for a total of 134. I've seen totals anywhere from 133 to 134.5. They're all over the place. But going off of what we use, which is William Hill, the line's bouncing anywhere between 135.5 to 134. We locked it in at 134. It's still moving. The market is going haywire on that. So if you can wait it out till right before game time and get it at 133.5 and take the over, I think that half point's valuable. If you can't sit there and monitor it constantly and you need to make your bet and move on, take the 134, put on the over, 1 unit premium play, and I like it tonight. I think this game is just something that the odds makers are going off of the obvious instead of looking in depth into what these two teams bring to the table when facing one another. I think this could be a game that we could see 155, 160 points, and it looked like it should have happened. Make it look easy. Again, so, I just don't see this game being 2 powerhouse defenses controlling everything. I think that one offense is going to break out early. It's going to cause the other defense to go up in arms. Even more points scored, but then the other team that was trying to clamp down on defense is only going to worry about shooting, short, quick possessions, as many points as they can get, trying their damnedest not to get put away early and keep themselves in the game as long as they can, i.e. getting this total over with plenty of time left. So over 134 is your free play, 1 unit premium play, Cincinnati at Houston, and that is going to be at 9 p.m. tonight. And then I tell you what, I'll give you another one. 10 p.m. tonight, Cal Northridge versus Cal Santa Barbara. I know what you're probably thinking. Who? Nobody teams. again, these games, these are things that most people wouldn't look at, that I study like there's no tomorrow. That's why you see us making so much money on Sacramento State, Portland State, Chicago State, Grand Canyon, like all these teams, Pepperdine, Loyola Marymount, St. Mary's, all these teams that nobody thinks of, has heard of, or even knows that there's lines on, we go out and make a fucking killing on. I'm going to take Cal Santa Barbara tonight at home against Cal Northridge. I'm going to take a minus 15 points at minus $1.10, and I'm locking that in as another 1 unit full premium play. And I believe this is a game they should win by 22 plus. So again, unless they just fall off, play zero defense, and their offense can't click at all, they take too many threes and they're off from the three that night, which are not a great three-point shooting team anyway. But one thing they've been good about this year is realizing when they're struggling even more from the three in a game, and they stop. They drive in, they burn time, and they go get points, get fouls, and not waste time trying to shoot threes that they can't make. Hopefully they do that tonight, and if they do, this is going to be a game where they clamp down, end it quick, and it's going to be a bloodbath. So give me Cal Santa Barbara minus 15 at minus $1.10 at 10 p.m. tonight, and then at 9 p.m. give me Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Bearcat at the Houston Cougars, over 134 points. Love you guys. I'll see you in the winner's circle. Go get on a March Madness package. Huge release coming up in all three sports, hopefully later this week. First one as early as tomorrow, depending on what information I get and where the market opens this line. We'll see. Stay tuned. I love you guys. I'll see you back for another one on Wednesday. A full month recap of February. Congrats on another fantastic month. Get ready for March. We have extra days in March. We get another 72 hours just to make fucking money, and we're going to do it. Congratulations on the best February ever. A record February, even better than January. Big, big numbers, tons of profit. You all deserve it. Congrats to all of my investors and traders. Let's go get ready to do it again. Good luck, guys.